Have you ever wondered why a neurosurgeon or someone of a specialty profession can command a greater salary than, say, a fast food employee? It has to do with the value they bring to the market. And if you want to be more successful in life, then you must up your ante with the amount of value you bring to the world. Hello, my friends, and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua, and I help others make simple changes to create a life of awesome. Welcome, my friends. I am so excited to have you here today, and happy Financial Friday. Now, the principles in this video can be extended to every aspect of your life, but I'm specifically going to be talking about how to become more successful in the financial department. So make sure to stay to the end of the video because there are lots of tips to help you become more successful. If you haven't yet done so, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video. And also check me out on Facebook and Instagram. There is a wealth of information to help you achieve your life of awesome quicker and more efficiently. Okay, my friends, so the amount of money that we bring in is a direct correlation to how much value we bring to the world. And, in the beginning of this video, I gave the example of the difference between, a neurosurgeon and a fast food employee. A neurosurgeon brings a ton more value than someone who flips burgers. Someone who flips burgers could literally be anyone. It doesn't really take a lot of skill. It doesn't really take a lot of value. No offense, but let's be honest. So how can we up the ante in the amount of value that we bring to the universe? I've got a number of different tips, whether you are an employee or whether you're an entrepreneur. And so let's get started. So if you're an employee, working the traditional 9 to 5 or whatever hours you may work, there are a number of different things that you can actually do to increase the value that you bring to the company so that you can command more money. And I've actually done this in the current job that I'm at. The job that I do, it doesn't take a lot of skill. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Basically all I do is go through steel plates and, I restack them so that the welders can easily move through different beams. Doesn't take a lot of brain power. However, I was able to bring additional value to the position by adding some organizational sequences, and I was able to create systems to make the process more effective and more efficient. And so I was actually able to increase my salary because I brought these additional value points to the position. So how can we add more value to our position or perceived value from an employer so that we can command more money? One thing that you can do is actually learn everything you can about the company. And this means, learning about the history. How did the company develop? What are their philosophies on, the products or services that they offer? Learn about the culture that the company strives to produce. Learn about other jobs within the company so that you can, actually cross-train and learn about different positions. If you're able to absorb that information, actually learn and do multiple tasks, then that automatically increases your value within the company. They know that if, someone should call out sick or be on medical leave or unfortunately, either leave on their own conditions or by the companies, you can actually step in and do this. And I see this all the time at my job. There are a number of different people who not only can weld, but they can run machine operations. They can do my job. They can step in and camber beams, and they can do all of these different tasks around the company, which makes them increasingly more valuable than someone who only knows how to do one thing. And so it doesn't matter what kind of industry you're in. If you can actually cross-train and learn multiple skills, then you automatically increase your value. And so when you go to ask for that raise, then you have backup support on why you deserve it. And so you're working the same amount of hours. However, you're able to command more money. Another thing that you can do to increase the value within the workplace is go back and get some more education so that you can hone your skills, so that you can learn greater skills. Now, this could mean an additional degree, whether it be a bachelor's or a master's, a PhD in some cases, or you can actually go through additional trainings. I went ahead and I got my bachelor's in business, a master's in finance, and that has helped me in a number of different jobs. However, now I have gone through a certification program to learn software development. So I'm constantly learning new skills to add to my tool belt so that I can produce and deliver greater value to any company that I decide to join. Of course, getting more experience is essential if you want to add more value to your workplace position. It might mean making an initial investment of putting in more hours so that you can actually hone your craft and learn from other people about different ways of doing things. So adding more time now may mean that you could actually reduce your hours later on, because you'll be more efficient and more effective on how you actually go through your process, and you can command more money. So the more time that you put in now, the more experience that you get now can actually benefit you in the future so that you don't have to work as hard or as long or as many hours, and yet get better results. It's all about efficiency and effectiveness whenever you're working in the workplace or in anything that you do. Producing more value. So the more knowledge that you know, the more experience that you have, the more money and the more less time that you'll have to spend working at that position. One thing that I love to do is actually interviewing others within the company. Especially people in a greater position of authority. Interview them about what track they took in order to get to where they are. What obstacles did they have to overcome? What certifications or what education did they have to get in order to be there? Not only does that show that you're interested in learning more about the company and producing more value for the company, but it also gives you a good idea on whether or not you want to follow that path or maybe create a new one. When I was working in my digital marketing company, one of my clients was a travel agency. And I actually created a position for myself within that company based on my skill set and things like that. And actually sitting down and interviewing the owner of the company to find out what their needs were, and then actually being able to use my skill set, my education, and my experience to develop a new position that would fulfill those needs. So I created tremendous value for that company. And one of the greatest steps that you can take in order to add to the value that you bring to the company is opening up the lines of communication. Talk about your career path, what you want to achieve within the company. It will be a great mark for you to make the decision on whether this is the right company for you to stay with, or if you might need to start seeking out other opportunities. I recently sat down with HR with a company that I'm at, and I clearly explained that I did not want to be in the position that I'm at forever. My body can't take it. It's hard manual labor. and it's just not good. However, I opened up the lines of communication for possibly, taking a different career path, something that would utilize my skill set and that would bring greater value to the company. I explained my educational background and my work experience background, and I made suggestions on how we might be able to improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of the operations that are currently standing. There's a lot of unorganization in the company that I'm at, and I offered some viable solutions and on how to correct those actions and how I've actually been able to do that in the past. So opening up those lines of communication shows your company that you are interested in, creating a better work environment and moving the company forward in the future. Because if a company is just stagnant, then they're eventually going to be left in the dust, because competition is quickly getting fiercer. And, with the internet and opening up, we're now in a global society. And, if they're not moving forward, then they're dying. And so if you can show that you are willing and able to move the company forward, then that immediately intensifies your value with the company, and you can therefore ask for more money so that you can help move that company forward. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, then there are a number of different things that you can do to increase your value. And being an entrepreneur is all about adding value to your customers and to the world. The more value that you put out there, the more money that you're able to command and more money that you're able to ask for. So one thing that I would do and have done as an entrepreneur is actually read about other entrepreneurs. Get into the minds and the mindsets of other entrepreneurs who have been successful. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in, your realm. If you are in a cosmetics industry, reading something about an entrepreneur who is in mechanics or software or anything can help you, really get into their mindset on how they have achieved their success. Such great entrepreneurs as Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and a number of different other ones really have great insight. So it doesn't matter whether or not they are in your specific industry. We have a lot to learn from entrepreneurs as a whole. Learn as much as you can about, where they came from and how they got to where they are, so that you can utilize those points and increase your value within your entrepreneurship. Of course, I shouldn't have to mention this, but I actually do have to mention it because I have a huge issue with this. Model after what has already worked, what has recently already worked. We don't have to reinvent the wheel in order to become successful, because so many people have done it before us. So we can model what they've done and what we've actually done to move forward in our businesses and actually capitalize upon that and just keep doing what's working and compound upon that so that we can build even larger, so that we can create greater success as an entrepreneur and continue to add that value to our customers and to the world. As an entrepreneur, we should be adding value to the marketplace every single day. Now, I am a true believer in content marketing, which means we offer, either something informative, something educational, or something entertaining to our customers every single day. Now, this could be in the form of a blog post, a video, a podcast, social media post, and anything that has to do with the digital world, because as we know, everything is going digital. So as entrepreneurs, we should be offering our best stuff for free. If you are, I'll go back to the cosmetic example. If you are offering a cosmetic line, then you should be offering value in the form of videos such as makeup tutorials, do's and don'ts of, moisturizer, or, whatever the case may be. If you're a mechanic, then you should absolutely be showing people how to fix their cars by themselves. Now, some people might ask, if I give my best stuff away for free, why would they ever come to me? Well, speaking from personal experience, if you're a mechanic, I can watch 100 videos on YouTube on how to fix the problem myself. Doesn't mean I want to do it myself. Actually producing that value entrusts me with the understanding that you know what you're talking about. And because you are giving that information away for free, I actually have formed a connection with you, and I've built up a trust with you. I don't feel like you're going to be lying to me when I take my car to you and, tell you of a problem and have a false belief that you're going to give me a laundry list of things that actually aren't wrong with it. You build up that trust and you build up that value. So produce content every single day. As an entrepreneur, we should be constantly thriving to improve our product or service, no matter what it is. If you're producing content, then you should be working on actually developing better videos, better blog posts. Put your time and effort in and really make that product or service the absolute best it can possibly be. There is a ton of competition out there, and there is enough room for all of us. But if you want to stand out as the best, then you need to put time and effort into perfecting your product or service every single day. Make it the absolute best that you can possibly make it. As entrepreneurs, we have a lot to do, especially if we're solopreneurs. We've got to, manage our social media. We've got to create blog posts. We've got to create videos. We've got to create podcasts. We've got to, do all these other tasks, build our websites and things like that. And so we need to come up with a productive routine that allows us to, move through those tasks efficiently and effectively. We've got to maximize our time and really prioritize what needs to come first. So we absolutely need to create a productive routine that improves our business and moves us forward towards our goals every single day. Doing this will allow us to maximize our time to produce more value to our customers and to the world. And on the tail end of that, last but not least, we absolutely need to realize that we need help. I am terrible at this. I'm awful at this. I want to believe that I can do it all. I want to believe that I have the time and the resources to produce all my videos, to produce all of my blog posts, to produce all my social media, to work in Photoshop, to build my website, as well as get the laundry done, make dinners, go to work and all this other stuff. And sad to say, there is just not enough time in the world. And so if we can enlist the help from others, then that will allow us to free up some more time to really focus on producing more value so that we can build up our business quicker. So those menial tasks that don't add to our business, we should be enlisting the help of others to do. Now that could mean, hiring a maid so that you don't have to worry about spending time cleaning up the house and doing the laundry and doing the dishes and cooking meals and all this other stuff, unless that's part of your business. Any tasks that you can do that would cost you less to hire out than to do yourself. Means that you should absolutely enlist that help. So, can you, fold the laundry and do the dishes and scrub the toilets and do all that yourself? Absolutely. But if you're taking time away from your business where you're making X amount of dollars so that you can save a smaller amount, doesn't really make a lot of financial sense. It's just simple math. If I can make more money creating a blog post that in the time that it takes me to, do laundry and actually have to pay someone, then, why not do it? So really enlist the help of others who can take those small tasks, those everyday tasks that need to get done off of your plate so that you can focus on bringing more value to the marketplace. My friends, I hope you got value out of this. If you did, please make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with everyone who you believe is working to create a life of awesome. It really helps us get the message out so that we can help more people reach their goals quicker. And also comment down below. How are you bringing value to the marketplace, and how can you improve upon that so that you can command more money and become more successful at creating a life of awesome? Until next time, my friends, cheers.